Welcome to another episode of Conversations with Kase. I'm here with somebody that I consider a real friend. The CEO of Divine Glow Coaching and the founder of Your Divine Glow podcast. Ashley Conyers, what's going on?
Hey, what's up?
What's up? How you feeling today? You good?
I'm good. I'm great. And I'm so happy to be on Conversations with Kase.
I appreciate
Yes.
that. I appreciate that. So, like I told you before, this is not a regular interview. We really just chilling, kicking it for the most part, and just figuring out the deeper root of everything, honestly. And let's see where the conversation go. You ready?
Oh, I love this. Let's get down to the rabbit hole.
Let's
Okay.
do it. Okay. So, talk to me about your upbringing. Like, give us a visual of how it was for you growing up.
Ooh, I would describe my upbringing as pretty normal. And my normal, right, is my two parents are together. They're still married to this day. I was born in New York, so I would say from up until third grade, I was in New York going to school there, and then I moved to Jersey. So we grew up in a family home. We've been literally just today we were just talking about how we were they're in the same home now for 30 years. So we never really moved. I would say my upbringing was very stable, thank God. While my parents, they've always instilled education into me, and I've always seen them just work. You know, of course, like any parent, they have, sacrifices.
Yeah.
So I watched my mom take me to and from New York because I stayed at my grandparents' house, going to college, going to work, and she's a teacher. My dad has always been, whether he's a principal and working his way up in the Department of Ed in New York, I mean, they provided such a stable home where it's like I never had to question where my next meal was coming from or if the lights, like I don't even think the lights ever turned out. I don't have that recollection at all. But that's nothing but God's grace.
Yeah, for sure. Only child?
Yes. Yes.
Tell me about that. That's a big part of your upbringing. So how is it being an only child? I'm not. I'm the oldest of four. So I have like so many responsibilities. To the point now, I'm like, I feel like I already had kids in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Not that that's completely true, but I've been helping raise a lot of people. So how is it just being the main focal point?
Yeah, man.
I'm hating a little
I know. It's so crazy because when I was younger, my mom asked me, she was like, do you want siblings? And I said, no, I want a dog.
Oh my God. In some cases, that's the same thing. No,
listen.
No,
So when now that I'm older, right, like I could look back and be like, no, I actually want siblings. I think that would actually be cool. And, as your parents are getting older, like you would want that. In my mind, it's like support or have someone to understand, like as your parents are aging, what that feels like, right?
Yeah.
But growing up as an only child, I didn't feel, you know what they say, like only children are spoiled. Like I wouldn't say I was spoiled. I would just say I'm blessed. My parents, like I said, they just provided me with what I needed, not necessarily what I wanted. And for me, they made sure I just had fun and enjoyed being a child. Yeah. And I talked to, like you and my other friends that do have siblings, and I've just watched, especially the older siblings, like they hold that responsibility of taking care of their younger siblings, especially if there's like a numerous amount of y'all. Yeah. So for me, now that I'm older too, I'm like, wow, like I never had that experience. I'm now telling my friends like, man, I don't have an opportunity to have my practice, because I want children, right? I desire to have my own family, so I don't have practice in playing with my nieces and nephews, and so there's pros and cons. Yeah. But yeah, absolutely, I didn't mind it when I was younger, growing up, being an only child. But now I'm like, nah, y'all should have just popped one or two out, please. Yeah. But I'm grateful nonetheless.
What are some of the things that they instilled in you, like around that time period?
My parents?
Yeah.
I would say
like principles and morals, like this is not how you should be, but these are the things you should look out for. These are character traits. These are the things that you should hone in on. Just growing up as a woman.
Yeah.
Or just as a person in general.
I would say it definitely came down to faith. One, respect, honesty, and just all I can think about is hard work, right? Because like that's what they modeled to me. But nonetheless, it's always to serve as well. Serving is in my blood. I feel like, you know, when you look at both of my parents, like no matter where they are, it could be at home or it could be in community, workplace, like they are serving, they are leading. And that's kind of where I got my passion for doing the same and just helping people. But I think for the way that I operate now, a lot of people say, and this could be like way off, but people really compliment me on how organized I am. I have no idea. I didn't know that about myself initially, but I really think I get that from both my parents. Like the way that they just move in their space and things are, especially my mom. Like my mom, child, she is like type A. Yeah. So like, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely not.
But yeah, no, she really instilled a lot of, like they both instilled a lot of those characteristics or traits for me.
Are there some that you still use? Well, you obviously still use them today, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Growing up, I did my research on you, of course. You're a fan of the arts. Did you like to dance?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So,
was that a thing growing up?
Yes. Okay. So a lot of people don't know that, but I wanted to be a choreographer. Like when I was young, I went to dance school when I was like 4. So I was
making the band something that intrigued you?
Oh my God, yes, because you know Miss Boom Cat, yes, she's still that girl, okay, but
that's the lady that be yelling back and forth with him too.
Yeah, that was her.
I forget her real name though.
I forgot. I started with an L. I forgot though, but yeah, she's dope. And so when I was 4 years old, I took ballet classes, tap. And I've always loved to dance. I remember back in middle school, I was the type to study music videos. So like Sierra was big at that point. I remember just looking at certain, like her choreography and like just following the music video. And I really thought dance was my thing. And yeah, even now, I mean, I don't take it as serious, but I love to dance. Yeah. But people may not think so because I come off so serious, but like, no, I love
You come off just like a little reserved and calm. I would never see you as I feel like dance is so loud and boisterous. Like if you get in, like that's something I was never doing. Like when all my friends be in the middle of the circle, I'm the dude saying, hey. Yeah. I'm not about to get in there. And I was always tall. I just felt like, yo, you look stupid. Bro.
Yeah, no, like back when Jersey, they had those VFW parties and stuff. Like I would go. I love those parties. I would just dance and dance. I remember one time, I've never told anybody this. Well, like in public, but I remember it was one VFW party and I had like my favorite jeans on. Like I thought it was cute. And you know, pop lock and drop it.
Of course.
At the pop lock and yo, my pants ripped in the back.
Oh my God.
I was like, bro, I scurried to the bathroom so fast. But yeah, it was, listen.
I feel like that happened to a lot of people, low key.
Listen, there's a lot of things that happen at those parties.
Yeah.
But we ain't gonna get on that. But but it was a time for sure.
And talk to me about your love for photography. You used to go through like photo albums and stuff. Like, are you nostalgic in that way?
Yes.
You are.
Oh, you did your research. Okay, yeah.
You know.
So I definitely, like when I grew up, my mom had all the photo albums in the living room, or we called it the family room. And so I would look through them like for hours. I remember actually coming across my parents' wedding photo for the very first time. I was enraged.
What?
I was mad.
Why?
You know, you ever heard, this is like a sociology term. Forgive me because I really don't know off the top of my head, but essentially, when the daughter can be I don't want to say attracted, but very protective of the dad, or like the son could be protected of the other mother.
Yeah.
I forgot the term, but that's the thing. So like at that point, I'm a daddy's girl, so I'm looking like,
Oh yeah, no, that happens all the time.
yes,
Especially the younger girls.
yeah,
We see those videos pop up all the time. So that's how you were?
yeah. Listen, I was
Oh,
a
do you
dad.
feel like you're still like that?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. It was to the point I would really sneak into my parents' room and I would like go like this in the middle of the bed so they're not cuddling. I'm like, So I was just very protective of I'm not like, I don't protective, possessive, I don't know, of my dad.
Both.
You know.
All of it.
Yeah.
Just like I love my dad.
Yeah.
It's really that simple.
So yeah, it was very, very interesting.
So life was pretty calm. You went on a lot of vacations growing up or not?
I wouldn't say a lot, but I distinctively remember, like, because we had February break for New York schools. And so for February break, maybe like a couple times we went to Disney. I remember going on a cruise for the first time. But I would say mostly my larger set of traveling happened when I was like a teenager. I remember my parents invested in me being a student ambassador. So this was like I was 16 years old. So I went to, I think, seven or nine different countries in Europe at that point. And I wish I would have taken it more seriously at that age.
Yeah.
But then, you know, I also did another student ambassador program, but that was more in the States in like DC and New York. So my parents opened me up to just like a whole different world. And I'm just so grateful for that too, because, you know, I could just be a girl in Jersey, just sitting in Jersey. But my parents gave me opportunities and again, for their sacrifice, just to send me outside of the country. And, you know, just to be able to study abroad in Australia, crazy.
Yeah. In the midst of that, I remember you saying they never forced you to a path though. Like they kind of allowed you to, is that true? Like they kind of allowed you to find your own way?
Absolutely. I mean, of course, as I'm younger, right? Like they are guiding me.
Yeah, of course.
But I think once I got to definitely college, right? They knew how responsible I was. And I think at the point to like a pivotal moment was when I wanted to transfer from Rider to Florida, like a university in Florida. And I remember all three of us went down to Florida to tour the campus and talk to advisors. And the advisor was like straight up, like, with your grades right now, mind you, I'm a freshman, you're not getting into this university. Like I wasn't really taking school that seriously because even in high school, yes, I did my homework and stuff. Like I was always on top of things, but I was always like kind of like a social butterfly, like following my friends and stuff. But high school is not college. So I had to take it up a notch. So I was distraught. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was heartbroken because I was like, dang, like I don't really want to be a writer. Like, but you know, I'm glad that I went back and it really lit a fire under my behind. And listen, it was no more C's. Like I was like, we getting A's. Like
What building they had you at freshman year? You know I went there, right?
Yeah.
What building they had you at?
To a house.
Yeah, I was in Croner.
I think it was the same.
Croner?
I think it's the one in the front, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
it's
that one.
right
Yep.
Wait.
I think it's the one in the
I
front.
think Croner was in the front. That's a while ago.
Yeah, it's so long, but I think that was the same.
So how did you end up becoming a social worker, a licensed social worker? Like, how did that? We off the kid stuff now. Like, cause you mentioned college. So like, how did that come about? Like, what did you go to school for? I'll say.
I went to school for. I was undecided. So really, you know, with the general classes, I was very interested in people. I knew that. I always said I want to help people. I just didn't know how.
So now we getting into the parallels that I was telling you about.
Yes.
Very similar. We're very similar. But go ahead, I'm listening.
Yeah. You know what? But yeah, it was that thing for me. Like I said, going back to what my parents instilled in me and just helping and serving, I wanted to carry that like forward. So I just came across sociology. So I was like, okay, groups of people, psychology, individual, the person. And then I just added on social work because it just, to me, it was like a package. I was like, okay, that's a nice package. So I finished that out in writer, and then I was like, all right, mind you, I didn't know what I was going to do to go to grad school, because in grad school you have to take is it the GRE or something like that?
I wouldn't know.
Oh, well,
left.
I think it's the GRE. And mind you, I was in Australia at the time, and these deadlines are popping up. I'm not home.
Yeah.
So by the time I come back from Australia, I have the one last semester left, and then pretty much it's game on. So I, luckily, by the grace of God, Rutgers did not require the GRE for me to get into their social work program. All I did was had to do the letter, and I was like, all right, bet. So did that, got in for the 2-year program, and yeah, I was like, listen, I don't know where social work is going to take me. I have so many options, and that's the one thing why I went with social work and not like strictly psychology, because it gives you the skill set that you could just really work anywhere. And so there's so many opportunities within that, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't keep myself in a box. I definitely did not want to be one of those corporate girlies. I didn't want to be in a cubicle. I was like, let me get out in the field. Like, I really want to help people in the community, and I want to be face to face. So with that, I went to grad school, and after the 2-year program, I think the licensure exam was like, I was like, man, I made it this far. I know it's too late to turn back now.
Yeah.
So the first time I took the exam, I passed, and it was kind of like just meant to be, you know? So.
What about your faith at this time when you were in college? Like, so let's start at freshman year. How was your faith?
Oof.
Like, because when I went to college,
Yeah.
I was looking for a church. Like, I remember me and my boys, like, where are we going to go to church at? You know what I mean? Like, obviously we never stuck to it because you were in school and you all by yourself, and nobody was saying, wake up, you got to go to, nobody was forcing us. So we would go here and there, but we couldn't find something that resonated.
Yeah.
And you were in college too. You spending all your money on gas and all of this other stuff.
Especially, I don't know, not to be biased, but I feel like even down by Ryder, right? Like I don't feel like I would have found something like within a short amount of distance.
Yeah.
But let me digress. But
I agree.
At that point, I wasn't searching for God. I knew of him, but I wasn't walking with him at all. I was very much into my vices, drinking, smoking, sex. Like, I was into the guys. Like, I was, it was just, my focus wasn't on him at all. I knew that my faith in some ways would peak. Like, there would be moments. But I also knew I was still in bondage, looking back.
Was there a voice in the back of your head? Ashley.
Yeah. I would believe so.
Because one thing my mom always says, like, you could go far, but you can't go far.
Right, absolutely.
Like, you're marked. Like, he's gonna reel you back in.
Yeah.
And those things would happen. Like, people would be stealing and something would say, get out of there. Clear as day. And I'm like, yo, we all need to leave. They're like, man, F that. And I'm like, I'm out. Everybody else get arrested and I'm just sitting in the car like this. Because I listened, you know what I mean? It was so many things like that where I just couldn't avoid being saved by his grace and his favor.
Yeah.
But I was also obedient.
That part. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was very disobedient.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, like, listen, I wanted to do what I wanted to do. And one thing that I'm learning now is that when I feel like I want to do something, I don't necessarily have to act on it, right? Like, I have to check myself. Because back then I was like, well, this is what I feel like doing. Like, bet. But not just because I feel something or I feel a way about something, I could just sit with that.
Yeah.
I don't have to
do nothing.
Yeah.
The art of doing nothing. Yeah.
That is it.
So how about, so we're in college times now. You're not really focused on your faith. I remember you saying something like you're chasing fulfillment. Does that sound familiar? Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
In
Yes.
that way, like you was doing something completely opposite of
Yeah.
what you're doing now, essentially.
Yeah.
When did that start to creep in? That's why I asked about the voice, because like for me, it was like I just always felt wrong.
Yeah.
Nothing was really that fun. I wanted, even today, it's like I tried so hard to be like everybody else. I think 2025 was the year I said, I'm gonna just be me completely.
Yeah.
I don't wanna be like my friends. I don't wanna be like nobody. I wanna be me. And when I look back, it's like, y'all knew I was that guy. You know what I mean? Like y'all knew I was authentic. Y'all knew I had something different and nobody said nothing. And this whole time I felt like I've been pretending to be like everybody else. So when did that start to shift for you where it's like you started going into your, what I call authentic self, where God is starting to, you move over and he starts to take the wheel? We still at the college time. So did that start to, no?
I feel like it was way later, because in my 20s, right, when I think about all of my 20s, I don't think I was truly myself. I was still learning myself. I was in relationships or situationships, as we call them, that I was even just in those relationships, trying to find myself in those relationships. And so I don't think I was ever truly who I was meant to be in my 20s. So not until maybe like, I would say my 30, like 30, like I turned 30 and it all clicked for me. And I don't like to say that I wasted my 20s, because that it's never a waste, because as I've learned the past week, God wastes nothing. And so my 20s were just built up to build up my faith, to build up my character even more. I had to go through a lot of experiences within relationships. And I think the biggest thing was a pivotal moment was my diagnosis with HSV. I was diagnosed back in September of 2020. And, you know, for me, that hit me so hard. I was in denial about it. The biggest thing for me when it first happened was like, why me? You know, like, because when you think about that, and those that maybe don't know, it's a herpes simplex virus. Herpes is very common. And a lot of the times with the stigma around it is that, you know, you're dirty, you're sleeping around. I'm like, I am none of those things. Like, and so for me to get it, I was like, dang, like it was like a wake up call. Like, Ashley, you have to really make better choices. Like it made me really reflect on what I'm doing, where I'm going, who is around me, right? And who I could really trust. And who was I looking to? Because at that point too, like I feel like I was getting closer to God. But I wasn't quite in relationship with him yet. Just to go backwards a little bit. Listen, telling a testimony is it's a lot.
It's a lot of twists and turns.
Yes, but back in 2018 is really when I started watching sermons more and really locking in on, oh, okay, this is bigger than me. That's the idea of like, wait, I know of God, but I think I want to know him some more. At that point in time too, the enemy tricked me and he got me more into my zodiac sign and tarot cards and oracle cards. So I was very mixy, as I like to say. So, you know, it was both worlds. And so I ultimately was learning myself through those two mediums, or just like trying to figure out what my purpose is, right? So back in just forwarding back to 2020, that diagnosis really just hit me hard. And that's when I was like, all right, we got to clean house.
Yeah.
Like, we have to figure out where am I really going? What it is that I have to do to get where I'm meant to be. And so, yeah, even though I was still in that mixed stage, God was still in the middle of it all. And he was going to lead me right out.
Yeah, for sure. So that's when the 2018 technically is kind of when it started to turn. Basically, it was in the energy of discovery.
Yes.
So, like you said, God wastes nothing. So, yeah, you was into the tarot and zodiac, but it was all for the purpose of finding the man upstairs.
Yes.
And I'm someone who believes that he's everywhere.
Yeah.
You can find him anywhere as long as you seek him.
Yeah.
That's the key. And it's really, you go all of these directions to find out you're right here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's the thing too, like I didn't mention, but I did grow up in church, right? So my dad is a minister and he's not preaching, but he helps out the bishop. So as you know, I grew up at a apostolic church. So, it was really about, well, who is this Jesus? It's not about the man. I never learned how to have a relationship with him growing up. I just knew that there was God, that, hey, we have these rules in church and the Bible and that's all I knew.
Well, you're not the only one.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it matters what denomination you're in. A lot of people leave with that same sentiment. Like, okay, this is good, this is bad, this is heaven, this is hell. That's it. You know what I mean? People, but the relationship aspect is something that we all have to seek for ourselves or we won't get it.
Right.
And the crazy part is you probably notice way more signs now than you did back then. You know what I mean? That means they was always there.
Yeah.
We just not in the conscious space to understand it at that time period.
True.
But God is always in the midst and he's always around. So you at the point now in the story where you are becoming your authentic self. You cleared house, you got rid of certain people, certain things. So what was that like? Because I call that recalibrating.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
I just told you that before the cameras came on. But
right.
That's recalibrating. All right, this need to go here, this need to go, and I need to be here. So tell me about that process.
The healing journey.
Just like some of the tools that you use too, because I want people to understand, healing isn't linear. It doesn't happen in a straight line. I could say I'm done with you, but I might not be, right? I could say this is over and it might not be. I could say I stopped doing this, stop drinking, smoking, but I might do that a little bit. So I want people to see it's not linear, but you will get to the end of the road.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've stumbled, but from at least 2021 till even 2023, I was wrestling a lot with lust. I was wrestling a lot with just sex. Even though I may not have been with someone, masturbation's real. Just having those temptations are real. And that's a lot of the things that I was battling behind closed doors, not really telling anybody. And mind you, I'm still somewhat in denial about this diagnosis that I have.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to really just even tell my close girlfriends that I, been diagnosed with this, and just be open about it, because I think that's part of the reason why too, just to keep me quiet, no, that's part of my story, and I'm just gonna say it loud and say it proud, this is what is going on. And I think that empowered me a lot more just to journal it out, even before speaking it out. I think that's very powerful, because sometimes, obviously we have all these thoughts up here, we never get it out, so we continue stuffing and stuffing and stuffing. Journaling, writing has saved me tremendously on my journey, and I do recommend it to anybody who is really not that verbally expressive or not comfortable yet,
or just have no one else to talk to. Talk to yourself.
Yes. And sometimes, besides that, I do talk to God, because, when in doubt, if you have nobody, talk to the Lord.
He listening anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
So for me, I began to dive deeper into sermons. At this point in time, I don't have a church home, so can't really say I have a community yet. I was just watching Transformation Church virtually on my couch, and that felt good. But, I felt like I needed to go deeper. So it wasn't until I invested in the Transformation Church conference, the version 3 conference. I think this was back in like 2023. And I met my good friend Leah now, and a good friend Karen, and we all were at the conference in Tulsa. And from there, I just felt God in the midst of like, I'm gonna connect you with other sisters and brothers in Christ. And when I tell you I came back home from that conference just like renewed, like just different, like I just had a new set of eyes, like spiritual eyes. And I felt like God said it was going to be okay. Like I had more faith in knowing that, wow, this person, this version that I knew when in my 20s is long gone.
Don't exist no more.
And I am okay with that. I can accept that because for so long I was holding on to that version of me, even though I was unhappy because it's all that I knew. And I was so comfortable there. So yeah, it was very much the healing process. It was ugly. It's ugly. Crying, the crying is the release. I used to not want to cry all the time.
Got to.
But
I cried this morning.
Yeah, exactly. Me too.
Nah, I've been crying like a baby. It's very healthy. I feel like the older I get and the more healthy I get, the more I'm just like, just release it.
Yeah.
But I wanted to commend you on living your truth.
Thank you.
Like, it's beautiful to hear and it's beautiful to see. And it's nothing but God.
Yeah.
A lot of people hide. And, I could be hiding too right now. Now what? Say something. No, I'm playing. But a lot of people do hide. And you speaking your complete truth and not even blinking is inspiring to me. And that doesn't happen often because a lot of people don't live in their truth. And I'm someone who does. So from me to you, kudos. Like, I appreciate you being 100.
Yeah.
Because it does nothing but heal.
Yeah.
It does nothing but show someone, I can do that. And guess what? You walk around unscathed.
It's really giving glory to God, though. It has nothing to do with me because if it was up to me, I would probably still be in my mess. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
I would probably still be, not as vocal because what the enemy wants to do is to silence us through all of this, right? And I could very much still be silent, but I found power in Christ. Through Christ, I can speak. I could be vocal about what I've been through, what he brought me through, because listen, he the man.
Yeah. It's nothing to be ashamed of, nothing to be afraid of.
No.
So now I guess we in 2023, since you fast tracked this. No, I'm playing.
Listen, there's so much.
It's so much, but we back in 2023. So you know what that means. The podcast drops 2023.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But I want to talk about the transition from social work or just being a worker into entrepreneurship.
Oh, geez.
Talk to me about Divine Glow Coaching and your Divine Podcast. Like, I know how it came about, but I want to know the logistics of the transition.
Yeah.
Like, I want people to know when you put God first and when you actually take jumps and take risks, like you quit a job.
Yeah.
1 or 2? Was it 2?
I think I quit like 3 jobs.
Okay,
already.
3. All right, I might be off. Maybe you didn't tell nobody else that last one.
Yo.
But
yes,
people are afraid.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting next to somebody who's constantly said, I don't care about fear in certain moments. Not to say you never afraid, but you took the jump. You had some type of faith. So can you explain that transition from social worker, ABA therapist to here I go?
Yeah, man.
Ashley Conyers has arrived.
Whoa. All right. I have to go back. I have to.
Go ahead.
2021, I got laid off. I was at this job for 2 years. And so I had no plan other than I had nothing in my mind. But at the time, let's say I got laid off in January. March is when I created the LLC for Time Capsule Photography. Because I knew, I was dabbling into photography for a minute before that. And I was like, well, I'm getting paid for these shoots. Like, let me just make it legit, right? Because I want to do everything correctly. So I'm just like, all right,
That's
let's
that
see.
organization that you don't even notice.
Listen, I was like, let's just do it. The worst that could happen, it don't work out. So I was having fun and just seeing a sneak peek of what it meant to work for myself, what it meant to be a solopreneur, possibly an entrepreneur. What does that mean? God was giving me my preview of my future. And so at that point in time, I was like, all right, I spent a good like maybe 6-7 months just doing straight photography. And then I was like, all right, this is cute, but we got bills to pay. So I really was like, I need to go back to something stable. So that's when I became an ABA therapist. And shout out to my girl Mella, that's my cousin. She really hooked me up with that job. And so I was, doing something very new, but also at the same time, these are the skills that I already have to produce the job. So essentially God also just like brought that in like, hey, and mind you, Kase, this is maybe the most I'm making as a social worker at this point. So I was just like, yo, I just got blessed big time. So I was in there for maybe in that position for like not even a full year. Not even a full year. And I got to a point where I was where I felt like burnt out. But I also just knew like it was just time for me to pivot. And I think if people are actually like, how do you know? There's something in your spirit that it just feels very frustrated, or it's just like
Irritated.
Like
And
you
it's
just
really
move.
because you betray yourself.
Yes.
You know how you feel and you won't do anything about it. You just sit there.
Yeah.
And you basically betraying God because something's on the horizon and you won't move.
It's that feeling of like, yo, you've been disobedient, right? But the thing about it is I had prayed on it before. I was like, God, if this is if you want me to leave this job, I just need confirmation. I need to know that this is you and not just me feeling this way. Because when I was in the sessions with the babies, I would be bored. I know the baby board. I was like, Jesus, Lord, this can't be,
She said, I know the baby board.
This ain't it. So I just remember it was like random Friday. This meeting was so spontaneous. They're talking about money. I said, you're talking about notes that is impacting your money. I could see if this was a conversation about like a family in crisis or something that is very impactful to these families. So that told me all I needed to know. I said, oh, y'all about money? Oh, I got to go. Because that's not part of how I move.
Yeah. Especially not in the field you was in.
No.
Should not be. Yeah.
So no, I was like, listen, if I'm going to work for an agency or anybody, the values got to line up. And so since they were worried about quantity and not quality, I was like, all right, Lord, say less. That's it. I put in my 2 weeks. And to know me is that I have a resignation letter in my pocket. No shade. But listen, when God tells you to move, you got to move. So I did that, and I didn't, again, no plan, nothing but Instacart. Instacart, listen. I got Instacart story for days. Instacart saved me.
I wish I had an organ right now. Instacart.
Instacart saved me so many times. But listen, I did that. I was in a smoke shop. My girl, her boyfriend owns a smoke shop in New Brunswick. So they needed help. I said, oh, I got you. So listen, I was in there for like 6 months. While I was in there for 6 months, God put me in as a student, right? So not mind you, I'm looking at my environment, and I'm, as I'm learning from someone who owns a shop, owns a business, I'm looking at it that way. But I'm also bringing my laptop on my shift at the smoke shop. I'm taking courses on, at the time, life coaching, right? Life coaching kept popping up in my atmosphere. I'm like, what is life coaching? I know what therapist is, but what is a life coach? So I'm doing the course. I'm learning social media marketing as well, and all these things, not knowing that it's going to lead me to this path now.
Yeah.
And I got certified back in, I want to say 2023. And, you know, it was just, I just felt like everything just lined up the way it was supposed to. After I left the smoke shop, I got a job instantly as a admin and marketing assistant, hence why I had to do that marketing course. So I was just like, you know, everything that I ever prayed for, like at that point I wanted a remote job, got the remote job, was able to just work within my home or anywhere.
Yeah.
And I survived off a part-time job where I could then still continue to build Divine Glow, have your Divine Glow, like mind-boggling. Now, Case, if I did not take these risks, I would still be miserable
Yep.
at that same job where, yeah, the money was good, but the money never satisfied anything else, like, but to pay the bills.
Yeah.
So, like, for me, taking a risk, I know that if I stay where I'm at, I know what I get. If I don't jump, if I don't take that risk, I may never know what's on the other side of the door. And I had to learn, when God tells you to go, it's not because he's putting you in harm's way.
Yeah.
Like, what he has for you, it's amazing. It's more than you can ever think, dream, or imagine. And now I'm in a space where I feel the most free. The flexibility is crazy. Like, I could come pull up on you on a Wednesday in the middle of the day and just be like, what's good? Like, you want to chop? Like,
What you want to do today?
Look,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
And not to say that, like, you know, because I feel like there's nothing wrong with the 9 to 5. There's people there in that space for a reason, and they're good.
Yeah, it's not wrong.
I just feel like when you're a person like us, we need to be able to move and pivot, and that's part of what our call is and our purpose, right? Because sometimes we can't be locked down in an office all day, most of the day. You know, we got to get out in his field.
Yeah.
So.
That is crazy. So that's how I know, but that's how it all came about, essentially.
Yes, essentially.
Yeah. Movement. I again, I want to commend you on taking a risk. Like, people really don't understand. Like you said, if you don't move, you know what's gonna happen. The same thing.
Yeah.
So moving is essential to everything. So now we in the podcast world. How did we meet? Do you remember?
Okay, so the first time I ever saw you was on a mutual person's podcast.
Yes.
I think we met maybe through Instagram. Because I believe we were following each other. Oh, and then you had commented on a post of mine saying I think you would like to be on, or something like that.
Inquiring.
Yes.
Yeah, inquiring about being on the show.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm tough.
No.
But I'm in the same field as you. You gotta jump. Say something. Speak up. If you don't say nothing, then what? Faith without works is dead.
Yes.
Okay, you can believe all you want, but where's the work?
Right.
A lot of people don't want to do the work. And you mentioned when you go, when you follow what God has for you, he's not gonna lead you astray.
Amen.
But there is a period of time where it be feeling like that, right?
Yeah.
I equate it to like a tunnel. Like we don't be know. When you go into a tunnel, you don't know how long that tunnel is.
No, for real.
And when you come out, it's like you're a brand new baby. It's like, like, wow, this is what the earth looks like.
Yeah.
You was just in the earth over there. Like,
right.
But I feel like that's how it's always been every time I took a jump. And like you said, if we erase that fear, like, he's always there.
Yeah.
He is always there. But I want to talk to you about the grit and grind of putting your purpose first, putting God first. That's something people don't talk about.
Yeah.
Tell me a trial or something that happened. For me, I had to learn about duality. Like, you can't expect anything great without enduring something equal or greater than or less than opposite, like the opposite energy, basically.
Yeah.
Like, so many people out here, Tyler Perry, I hear so many people say, before I made it, he took all my money. I was living in my car.
Yeah.
And that's what people are afraid to go through. The same happened to me. Like I just told you, I just got some type of,
Yeah.
stability
Right.
from someone else outside of myself,
Yeah.
not too long ago. But I want to talk about the in-between, the tunnel. Tell me a little bit about like how you had to change and what you had to endure in the in-between to get here.
I think I'm living it right now, right? So
It's different levels though.
yeah, but
Like the tunnel from social worker to becoming a full-time entrepreneur.
yeah, I mean, I can say I'm living it right now. Like the literally the testimony is right now because I was laid off from the assistant position, right? Last year. And so this whole year now it's been testing my faith a lot more, stretching me a lot more. And when I tell you, it dawned on me that I was making jobs an idol. I was looking at jobs because as my source. I was like, well, if I don't have a job, I don't have an income. But my income is God's income.
Yeah.
God is going to provide that for me. And then I didn't realize though that I was making my jobs the idol for myself.
Yeah.
So this whole year, I have been just, yes, worried about finances, but he always made sure that I am good. Like I said, bills are paid. I never go to bed hungry. I have clothes on my back. Like the necessities are taken care of. And thankfully, even with a car, like maintenance for the car, like all the things.
It always happens, even if it's in the nick of time.
Yes.
Right?
And I was just like, to me, I'm still in awe. I'm still trying to process it because it's still here. But for me, this has been the hardest season for me. Because I had to become so dependent on him and learn that dependency. Because before, I always had backup. I always had something tangible. But this time, my faith, I had to rely on him. My faith had to be so big, so crazy to make it to the point where I'm like, I know something's coming. I know, I just feel it. I know it. I mean, I see it. But Lord, like there's been times, yes, my faith has wavered. I've doubted, of course, but I have to keep going. And the thing about it is you never want to give up.
Yes.
I always picture that man, I think he was in a tunnel or some sort, and he's with that tool, he's just hacking away at the at the wall or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And he's like that close. And sometimes I feel like when we don't see it coming. We don't see the money. We don't see what we've been promised. And we are just like, all right, Lord, you know what? I'm going to just go over here and be disobedient because I don't see whatever you said. But my God is not a liar. My God is a promise keeper. He's a way maker. So like, if it hasn't come yet, it's just not the time.
Yeah.
But in the midst of it, you have to know that you are going to be taken care of. And what I can contribute to just how I built up my faith during this whole time too is just the evidence of other friends of mine that are in the same season. And I see how strong their faith is. And I see how, listen, God is in the neighborhood. He's over here blessing my friend over here. He was blessing my friend over here. I heard a testimony maybe on TikTok. I'm like, listen, look, God is in the neighborhood.
Yes.
Like, so that gives me revved up and keeps me empowered. So during this whole time, and I could say like I even told you today, like today is just a testimony because I locked in on something great and it feels amazing.
I was about to say, like, you saying that was, I said God's in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like, if you blessing the people around me, oh, you right here.
Amen.
You right here.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yes.
That is beautiful. That is amazing, honestly. He's so good.
So
He's
good.
so good.
So good.
But everything, this is the parallels I'm talking about. Everything you said, I know exactly what it is. I know about it, and it's not easy.
No. No.
And I feel like we'll always somewhat be in it because we seek him. So we're always prospering or growing in spirit.
Yeah.
The only time you stagnate is if you're not really growing in spirit. That's really,
That's a fact.
yeah, that's the truth of the matter. And while you was talking, I'm thinking like people really think it's them making the money. People really think it's them or the titles.
Like
He could take that in 1 second.
like a blink of an eye,
And
then
you wouldn't know what to do.
Nope.
You wouldn't know what to do.
Nope. Crash out.
Yeah. And these are things that I've endured and you don't, and no one understands. And I think it's designed that way so that you can lean on him a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In my world, I call it the space of co-creation. Like his will is now your will. I mean, your will is now his will. Like they finally align. Like how you said, I want to do what I want to do. I feel like we all had those moments where I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Even me, I'm doing music. I'm just doing music. How about you do a podcast? Oh, I could do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm doing music and I'm doing podcast. How about you do clothes? Oh. Oh, okay. So, like you said, it's a part of my purpose, but it's also him just, it's like, I look at it like a tentacles, like just reaching out.
Yeah.
But they all resemble the man upstairs.
Right.
Every part of what I do it's just about God.
Yeah. I mean, he created us to be so multifaceted, right? And, you know, with the gifts that we have and we're born with, we could do so many things. And I think that's part of the thing, too, is like we limit ourselves.
I was about to say that. We will put ourselves in the box so quick because you want to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Right?
But I think that and the fact that we don't think we're capable of it, right? Like our ability. But once you know your ability through Christ, it's game on.
Yeah.
Like you have to know your identity in him, not just for yourself. Like what has God gifted you? How has God made you? Like that's where you get into that intimate conversation with him. Yes, it is in the Bible, but for you specifically, get into relationship with him and ask him exactly what he put in you, what he wants you to do in this life to really, yes, for the kingdom, for the glory of God, and to really just, glow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. What a lot of people don't talk about is that it becomes a little effortless. I'm in the space now where it's a little effortless. Like I don't have to want for anything.
Yeah.
Like I've endured a lot of those trials and tribulations. I hate when people say that, but what else I'm gonna say right now? Yeah, I've endured a lot of those hardships, and it's to the point now where it's like at a calm, like I'm coasting in a way. But it's not that things don't happen or things don't get low or high or people ain't yelling or I don't get frustrated. It's just like I just remain even keeled. Even if I do feel that type of way, like you said, I don't act on it.
Yeah.
I don't have to.
Yeah.
Even if life is in shambles over here, it's okay. You know what I mean? Like I got the ultimate faith in a way. Not saying it can't be improved on, but years of that, years of tests, years of God testing your faith, years of God saying, you said you was this person, go be that person. I told you was that person, go be it. Go do it on stage. Go do it here. The kids want you to sign it, go sign it. Oh, don't forget you got to give back to the homeless. You know what I mean? Like if you're that person, show up.
Yeah.
And years of being tested like that has put me in the space of like almost zen. Like I'm okay with whichever way it go. I've already been to the bottom. I've endured some of the top. I'm here. I know that I just got work to do. That's it.
I mean, there's always going to be, the highs and lows, of course.
But I'm saying me, like in the beginning, you probably reacted way more than you do now.
Yeah. I mean, of course.
Even what you in right now, in the middle of it, you've been tested enough to know, like.
Yeah. Well, what I mean is like, there's always going to be tests, but I always think the tests get harder per se. We're tested because there's new revelations that need to be revealed, right? And so with the test, I think every day is a test. Like as far as I'm concerned, as long as I'm waking up, he's gonna test me that day. And so in my mind, I'm like, all right, I gotta stay ready so I don't gotta get ready, And even if I failed the test yesterday, if he tests me again today, oh, we gonna pass. Like, biggest thing right now, my patience.
And do you give yourself grace?
I am working on that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be honest, I'm working on that because I feel like sometimes, I think this even aligns with I don't want to claim this, aligns with perfectionism. That's another trait that I picked up in my upbringing, is like things have to be perfect, but it doesn't exist. So I always felt like I had to get it right on the first time, like the first try. And that's just not reality.
Realistic. Yeah, it's not realistic.
So yeah, I'm learning. I think I've gotten better.
But that's why I was saying things got easier. I learned to give myself grace.
Yeah.
Who's more a perfectionist than me? Like, oh my God.
You got
like,
that
I don't even.
You got that.
That's why the album ain't out now. But I'm giving myself grace.
Yes.
God told me, when you're ready, you're ready.
Yeah.
The blessings is right here regardless. It's on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm in the space of what I call co-creation. It's like, you know what you need to do it. That's what I mean by it's like a breeze, because it's like now I'm in the space where you can be. Human being, be.
Yeah.
You're not that same kid who was struggling with XYZ. You're just not. You know who you are. You know why you're here. Do it. And that's the space I'm in. I'm like, do it?
So
you gonna put me over here?
So you're disobedient in a way?
I'm not disobedient. I'm teetering. I'm like opening the door like, okay.
Like
look,
slowly.
I'm going out the door very slowly for
Got
some
you.
reason, because like our ego pushes us back. Like our ego is the thing. It's why we're human. It's what makes us human. It's so nobody can test you and bother you and all that. You gotta have some type of bravado and ego. But the ego also tries to keep you there. Spirit wants you to go forward. Ego like, nah, we cool right here.
So balance.
Balance. But it's not really balance. It's you control the ego. So I have to tell my ego, no, we're in spirit now. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do the same things, but I want to because it's comfortable. And I know what's behind that door is everything I could have imagined. So it's like so much pressure that's not real, but it's real. And on top of that, it's losing people and friends, perceiving things differently. Like, I'm in a space where it's like, if you're not affirming who I am, and you're not affirming God, and you're not living like that, it's not really much to talk about. It's cool, we could talk about sports and stuff like that, but I want to be fed all day, every day. Because I do feel like I'm a person of purpose, and why be around me if you see, it's like the people around Jesus, y'all see what he doing. He's telling you what the mission is, and you're going to turn your back?
Yeah.
You're going to betray him? Really? That's what the space I feel like. Like, I'm doing this for God. I've been consistent in it. My rhetoric has been the same since day one.
Yeah.
Purpose, hard work, helping others.
Yeah.
What else is Kase known for? Applying pressure, keep going.
Right.
What else am I known for? So
Yeah.
at this space, if you in my life and you don't affirm those things,
Yeah.
hit the road, Jack.
Don't you come back? no
Yeah,
more.
because my purpose is the only thing that matters right now. You know what I mean? And that's the only thing that ever mattered. I was just trying to be normal, trying to fix people and help people. You got purpose too. Leave them where they at. God told me loud and clear, get out my way.
Whoa.
Get out of my
That,
way. Because all you're doing is hurting yourself.
Jesus.
And that's where I've been. So that's why I'm recalibrating.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, all right, take your time. But you're against time in a way too.
Yeah.
But you're not, because when you're ready, you're ready. And that's going to be the divine timing.
Do you feel like that window can close though? When you take too long.
What's too long though?
Because and I think about it this way, right? Like, if God is telling us an idea, right? Sometimes if we sit on it too long, right, we just find it with somebody else with the same idea. Like, he gives it to somebody else.
Yeah, ideas are conscious. Like, just how what we call a demon or a devil, in my opinion, It's conscious. If I can't get him, I'm gonna get her. It's the same as an idea. If you won't take me, I'll go right there and he'll take me. It's so many times I thought of something and tried to apply it, and Chris Brown did it, and Drake did it, Tory Lanez did it. I kid you not, every year, because you ain't moving fast enough. So I do think, yes, there's a time limit, but there's also destiny. What's mine is mine. You promised me this. This is why I left school from the jump.
Yeah.
But like you said, you get to the point of burnt out. But go ahead, I'm listening.
No.
It's getting good now. Hold up.
No, you just reminded me of scripture, Ecclesiastes. I always say that so wrong.
Ecclesiastes.
Chapter 3, you know, it talks about there's time. Everything has a season, time for a season. I'm very much implying, but I feel like, yes, sometimes he does give us the idea, but again, I'm just kind of processing this as we go. But when I hear God say go, he gives me a command, right? It's like, why am I waiting? If he said go, go, right? Whether it's, like you said, teetering, like I'm going, all right, I'm going, but...
But like, you know, it's because I go and went 100,000,000% for years. Like I am burnt. I'm burnt of not seeing the results I want to see. And I kid you, I'm blessed. I'm a super successful rapper, artist, entrepreneur. Facts. It's facts. But that mixed with the testing my faith, mixing with the drain the account, inflate the account, or take this friend, give this friend back. Take this loved one, or now this person need help. It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, now I still got to go be an artist? All right.
Gotcha.
Can I have a break a little bit?
Noted.
But the answer is B. The answer is now B. B. But you're right. I do have to go. I have to go because it's time. It's just time.
He's equipped you well.
There's nothing. I tell God every day, I have no more questions. I don't want anything more. I just want what's divinely mine.
Yeah.
I want my divine glow.
Yo.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
You got it.
I don't feel like it's gonna be taken away from me or anything. Like but that's the thing. I'm still going. I'm still moving. I don't know if this is how you feel, but it became a part of me. I don't know how not to live without posting or doing some type of music or doing or creating in some type of way. Like this is who I am. I'm a creative.
Yeah.
I'm gonna always do something. So just because music wasn't out didn't mean I didn't do a whole movie.
Right.
Just because music wasn't out doesn't mean I wasn't performing live. You know,
like I said, we're so multifaceted. Like, and that one gift, it spreads across different mediums and different formats. Like, for all I know, you could create your own sneakers like tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, hey, if that's what he called you to do, I can see.
Yeah, but the fact that he in the neighborhood, I might have to jump on that. I'm gonna jump on it, and that's the crazy thing. It's done, but
yeah.
All right, what? This ain't even about me.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, I'm playing.
Listen.
But I'm proud of you too because you over 40 episodes. You have been consistent.
Wait, I haven't. That hasn't even hit me. I haven't counted for real.
It say 41, but you did more in the background, so you probably like 45, 47.
I think so.
Yeah.
I haven't. When I tell you I'm so in it that I don't zoom out. I think it was the first time when I created a post about season 2 is when the first time I actually zoomed in, and I was like, what? I'm looking at the analytics. Mind you, I don't care about the analytics. I don't. But when I looked at them and I saw like, wow, even the podcast alone has touched 12 countries, including the US, is insane. Like, that is crazy. Because I'm just thinking little old me is in the US. Like, I got friends and family. Like, nah. Like, God is being stretched, and he said, all you got to do is record, publish, I'm going to do the rest. And it's in the
But that's a part of being.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Just be. Be
Yes.
means be present, be in the moment, because that's where God resides. He don't reside in the past. He don't reside in the future.
No.
I'm right here.
Listen.
He right here all the time. So that's why I commend you.
So
You did
good.
40 episodes. That
So
means you
good.
was nothing but in it. You were being. You were
So
just
good.
being you.
Yeah.
But that's, again, how many years you been doing this? This is the second year?
Second, yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been doing this since 2017. I have 90 songs out. I have like over 10 videos. I got like over 40 interviews. I'm doing my own interviews. Like,
Yeah.
I went on tour. I did my own shows by myself, funded it myself. Like, I'm burnt. Where's the blessing, sir? But they here. They here.
Yeah, they
They're
are
completely
here.
here. And I've been getting blessed the whole time. But
Absolutely.
what people don't understand is the mental fortitude to keep going. I really did hit a wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you could break walls.
You can. You can. It's gonna, he never said the road would be easy, right? And I think the more you seek him, the more you lean on him, right? It will be easier, right? And the thing about it is when you're in communication with him, he'll give you a heads up all the time. You know, like there's certain things that happen and it's just like you, in your spirit, you just feel it. It may not be on the physical yet, but you just feel something shifting. And that's when you're just like in tune, right? Like that's how I put it. Like you're just in tune. You're really in relationship with him. So it's not, when things happen, you're not too thrown off.
Yes.
Right? And sometimes we are kind of blindsided because I feel like we're not in communication with him. We're not in relationship. We're not taking that time out. The same time that we put aside to be, I don't know, going to brunch or spending time on the phone, get that hour out
shade?
just with him. What happened?
That's it. Was that shade?
No.
I'm playing.
Listen, if you fit.
I'm playing.
But no,
take that time for God.
Take that time. Like set that time aside. An hour. Like an hour could change so much. You could receive so much revelation. Heck, you could receive it in like 10 minutes. Like
5 minutes, 30 seconds.
Listen.
But you have to consciously spend time with him.
Yes. And, you know, I think that's the thing when we just get too distracted. And that's really where chaos happens. So I really encourage people to just lock in.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody needs to lock in, including me. But
too,
I'm
still.
still working in the meantime. But that's another thing. My version of locked in might not be everybody's version. So and I might be working at a regular pace, you know, a hard working pace to anybody else. But to me, I remember being obsessed. Like I remember working 12 hours and then going to the studio for 5
Jesus.
and doing it all over. Like not exaggerating.
Wow.
4 years.
Wow.
4 years. So now you're getting older. You want some type of stability. You got your crib. You know, I can't be like how I was at 20. My why changed too. I'm a lot of years in. My why changed. Why I did it before, I was living with my mom when I first started coming home out of college. Now I'm completely by myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My why is completely different. And just how I operate as a person is completely different. But what's next for you?
Oh, man.
Since we got to lock in, what's next?
I definitely have been doing more of what I call glow in purpose experiences. So these are for sisters in Christ who want to just come and reflect and just slow down, right? Because maybe we need to add my brothers in Christ because
I was trying to let you finish, but I feel like you don't rock with us like that for some reason.
What?
I don't know what it is.
I definitely do.
I want to divine glow too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, listen, I'm definitely.
Maybe we should do something together.
We should.
We should do a mixer together.
We should. I have a lot of, and God has given me a lot about men. I would say starting maybe like 2022, around the time I created my first products that I don't sell, the affirmation cards called Hello Sunshine. And around that time, he was highlighting to me how much men and just the lack of vulnerability, the lack of safety, just the lack of just being able to express yourself. And he has like really highlighted to me how I create safe spaces. And I was like, you know what, God, like I'm not a man, but like I definitely love to create safe spaces for people. And I think that's men included. You know, I have guy friends that they confide in me, and I appreciate that, because that's not, you don't have to,
You're welcome.
you know,
No, I'm playing.
you don't have to. And I am honored that I make, you know, even someone like you or my other guy friends feel comfortable to share their heart, you know, and it's needed. And so I say all that to say, like, I want my brothers in Christ to come on. I think this is so new that I was just like, let me just start off with my sisters and see. But it has been growing. I'm doing my second one actually this month, actually this week. But and then I'm doing a third one.
You're not invited, my fault.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, why am I going? Oh,
No,
I know.
but I am having another one. I already have the date, so I think I could open it up for sure, and I could definitely say for sure it is needed. And other than that, I just want to focus on more group settings. I've been really focused in the past on like one-to-one, but like the way that my energy is set up, I'm like, listen, we gonna have a group and we need to really like talk about these things as a group, as a community. So, you know, I'm really big on that and just fostering that support within that space. And of course, Your Divine Glow, you know, we working on season 3 right now. So we have some episodes recording, and I do have a passion project that I'm working on, completely sidebar from Divine Glow. For those of you that don't know, I am a foodie. I have a foodie adventure list, which is like over 650 places right now. And I want to focus on service. I think this whole episode is about service.
Life is about service.
Yes.
Purpose is service.
Yes.
It's not about you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But with this project, I didn't want to be the regular foodie page where you highlight the food, rate it 1 through 10, whatever. I wanted to focus on the people and the hearts behind the plates and why they do that, why they have their business, or why do they just want to cook in their kitchen? Like, what lights them up about food and wanting to serve something so beautifully on a plate? And yeah, it's been something that's been on my heart for a while now, but I just haven't had just the capacity to do it. And now I'm even just like, it's teaching me more about the gift of journalism. I didn't see myself. Someone told me that the other day. Cause
What you mean? You do interviews.
You talk
It don't click.
It
Yeah.
gotta.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like, because I'm still even trying to understand myself in that role as a podcast host. And what that means for me. How can I always elevate that? So now, yes, I'm doing podcasting, but now I'm taking it outside of the studio into people's restaurants and kitchens, and I'm like interviewing them and what brings them joy through food, and just serving food and making really great experiences for people. Because like I say, you can go into a restaurant, the food be bomb, but that service be booty. Like, that service be trash.
Or you just don't feel nothing. Like,
Nothing.
I like the mom and pops where they come out the kitchen. Hey, how y'all doing? You get to know them. You know what I mean? It's a different energy.
Different. And that's what makes us come back. And really invest and really create community.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Well, I want to say I'm locked in. I'm definitely looking forward to everything you have going on. But the one thing I definitely want to tell you is I'm extremely proud of you.
Thank you.
And I know God is as well.
Yes.
Because you stand on purpose, you stand on putting him first, and you live in your truth. Those 3 things most people don't do. And I just commend you. Like I said, 40 plus episodes. You've been nothing but consistent since I've known you. And organized, man. You've mad organized.
Thank you.
But I'm just proud of you as a friend and as a comrade and just someone who is also on the same path of putting God first and seeing where it leads us. And just not trying to, we basically people who add color to life. You know what I mean? Like, we try to add color to everybody else's life, which in turns add colors to ours. Like you said, I could pull up on you on a Wednesday.
Yeah. Listen.
But that's what God gives us. We put time in Him, He gives us time.
Yeah.
And that's what I noticed, you know? So
we are definitely blessed to be a blessing, for sure.
Yeah, and we're vessels.
Yeah, I'm proud of you too, Kase. Like, you have been, even though you feel like you tottering, like, you always stay, like, you are also consistent, even if it's not outwardly, right? You're not putting out, you be in the background, hard working, like, you be putting in the work. So it's all going to pay off. You're going to reap what you sow, for sure. And this is part of it. Like, congratulations with Conversations with Kase, because it's about to blow up. Okay.
I appreciate you. But this is why I appreciate you as a friend, because you always pour into me. And like I said, if you don't affirm who I am, you got to go. It's not even like I'm telling people to do it. It's just like a natural thing. And that's something you always naturally did. Vice versa.
Yeah. And I will check you too. Don't.
And I love that. I need that too. I need people who can check me and affirm me.
Okay. Period.
But you good? Any more questions you got for me? Anything you want to say?
No,
anything you want to plug?
Really, just if y'all want to follow me on Instagram, you can find me at Divine Glow Coach. And you can find me on TikTok at Divine Glow Coach as well, if you want to follow the podcast, because I think you want to, right? Subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell on YouTube. You can find us at Your Divine Glow Podcast. And thank you for the support.
That has been another episode of Conversations with Kase with Ashley Conyers.
Thank you, Kase.
Of course.